Do you hate liver, but you know you should be eating it for all the multitude of health benefits it has for you? Well, you don't have to fry up some liver and onions. You can hide it in things. Welcome to World AIP. I'm Stacy, and today I'm going to be making my hidden liver beef scramble. I'm going to be making 4 pounds because I don't like to do this every week. I want to have a ton of it in the freezer in 4-ounce portions. So I do 1 part liver to 3 parts beef. I can taste the liver if I heat it up. It doesn't offend me though, but if you don't want to taste the liver, you're gonna have to do your own experimenting. Maybe start with like 1 part liver to 6 parts beef and go from there until you can't taste it. If you hate the taste of all liver, this tip works to get rid of some of that livery flavor. You soak it with fresh lemon juice. I take like 1 whole lemon and I slice it in wedges, squeeze all the juice out and throw the lemons right in there with it just to get as much lemon juice in there as possible. Let it soak overnight, and that's going to help remove some of that flavor. And you can even, you know, rinse the water and redo that twice, but that'll leach out some of that liver flavor. Another tip is when you don't heat it up, if you eat it cold, you're much less likely to taste the liver. You know, garlic, the more garlic you put in there, the less likely you are to taste just about anything, except I eat this for dinner on nights that I hang out with the guy I'm dating, so I don't really load it up with garlic. Let's get started. So the first thing I'm gonna do is take my liver and puree it, just so we get it all nice and evenly dispersed in the ground beef. I do not drain the liver juice. There's my liver. And I'm gonna puree this. I just found that when I tried making this with chopped liver, that I would get like little chunks of it and I could really taste it when I just pureed the heck out of it, and it just seemed to mesh a little better, but I don't know, let me know what you think. I'm open to suggestions for sure. This works for me, but there might be a better way, and if there is, I want to know about it. Okay, so now we're just going to take the grass-fed beef and throw it in the frying pan here. All right, 3 pounds of grass-fed beef. I'm going to put my induction cooktop on medium-high, which is 375 degrees. While this is just kind of getting started, I'm going to go ahead and slice up my onion. And because my little recipe there is for 1 pound of beef, I'm going to have to quadruple everything, because I'm doing 3 pounds of beef and 1 pound of liver. So when it says 1/2 to 1 onion, well, I'm going to do 2 onions, or 1.5 onions or something. You know me, my cooking is not exact science. As this starts to brown on the bottom, I just kind of separate it. You know how to brown ground beef. I don't have to teach you that. These are not perfect. It's okay, it doesn't really matter. They're gonna be delicious. 1/2 cup of coconut milk per recipe is gonna be 2 cups or 16 ounces. Well, I have a 14-ounce can, so I'm just gonna use that. I'm also just gonna pre-measure my seasonings just to make it easier for when my beef is ready. Now you're probably wondering, where's the liver? Well, I don't want to add the liver to the beef until the beef is mostly cooked, because I don't want to overcook my liver. I want it lightly cooked. Okay, let's keep pre-measuring this stuff. So we got the can of coconut milk, we got the onion. I'm going to pre-measure the Herbs De Provence. If I was using a drier seasoning blend that was like a powdered form, I would use 1 teaspoon per pound. But because these herbs are just, they take up a lot more volume. Anyway, I'm going to use 1/2 tablespoon per pound, which is about 1.5 teaspoons per pound. And salt. I'm using this Baleen fine sea salt that I got at the grocery store. It's not iodized, it's natural salt. Any kind of healthy salt, and no, that's not an oxymoron. Any kind of healthy salt will do. 1 teaspoon of salt per pound. So we got the beef, we got the liver waiting to go in, we have the onion chop, we have the coconut milk, we have the salt, we have the spice mix, and the only other thing we're missing is a squeeze of lemon or lime. Because that adds the acidity to just balance out the recipe. Of course, I have them in the jar. I'm just going to do 3 wedges. And at this point, what I like to do is pour off the excess fat. And it's not because I think that the fat is unhealthy or it's gonna make me fat or anything like that. The reason I pour it off is just because of textural reasons. I don't like super greasy, oily, like oil slick in my mouth when I'm eating. So I'm just gonna pour off the extreme excess here. Now we're ready to add the liver. No liver gets left behind. Let me just get that mixed in really well. And just let it cook for a little while. Our salt and our herbs. Our onions. And the coconut milk. Hamburger helper, watch out. You have competition. I'm gonna squeeze those 3 lime wedges in there too. And I just want to get this all mixed in, and then I'm gonna let it simmer until the onions are nice and soft and the coconut milk is all melted and hot and all the flavors meld together. Let's see what we have. It's been like 5-ish minutes. Now all the flavors are meshed together. Oh, this is gonna be delicious. So I'm going to portion this out now. Dinner for 16 nights. So I served my hidden liver beef crumbles with some sweet potato and sauteed arugula and broccoli raw and garlic. I cannot wait to dive into this. I hope you enjoyed your hidden liver beef scramble as much as I do. If you found this video helpful, please subscribe. I put out new videos every Thursday, sometimes bonuses on Sunday, and hopefully I will see you soon. Until then, be healthy.